And now we're along with Brad Bobo of the Arkansas State Athletic Department. And Brad, it's good to have you back.
Tyler, good to be back with you guys, and good to have so many good things to be talking about down here with A-State.
Sure, we've been showing Arkansas State football all year, and pretty much we've had all victories for the most part of this season. 7-2 on the year, 5-0 in the conference, an undefeated record in the conference. So it's been a joy watching the Red Wolves make a run in the Sun Belt Conference.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun loading up those DVDs and shipping them out to you guys, shipping out all those wins every week. Hopefully we got a few more in us, and hopefully for the folks, the viewers on YHC, whether they're Northeast Arkansas or even through Southeast Missouri, hopefully they've liked what they've seen, and if they have, then kind of our call to those guys is, don't wait till next week to see the game on replay. Load up and come join us and see it live and in person Saturday afternoon.
Sure, and you got a big game this weekend, and it's a lot riding on this game. So give us the scenario with the opponent this weekend.
Okay. Well, we're playing Louisiana Lafayette here at 2 o'clock at ASU Stadium. Should be an absolutely perfect weather day. It's supposed to be sunny, 65 degrees. And it's honestly, looking at it and kind of looking at the history, our records through the years, I really think that this is the most important home game we've had here in probably the last 25 years. Just an awful lot riding on it. Again, we're in first place, but they're a game behind us, and they've also played 2 more conference games than we have to this point. So their situation is pretty clear-cut for Lafayette, and the fact that if they can come up here and get a win, they're going to celebrate knowing they've won no worse than a share of the Sun Belt Conference Championship. So we need everybody, all hands on deck Saturday to make this stadium as loud as it can be, because the last thing we need is the Raging Cajuns thinking they can come celebrate a conference championship on our field up here.
Sure. So, like you said, a lot riding on this game, and I tell you, it's the teams that are at the top of the conference weren't necessarily picked that way in the preseason.
Yeah, it's a 3-team race right now between us on top and a game ahead of Western Kentucky and Lafayette, and those 3 teams I think were probably picked 5th, 7th, and 8th in the 8-team Sun Belt Conference, or the 9-team Sun Belt Conference, or actually maybe even 5th, 8th, and 9th. Anyway, the bottom half, all 3, and those are the kinds of last 3 teams standing, battling out for the league championship here with less than a month to go.
Sure. Yeah, it's very exciting, making a run for that Sun Belt Conference title, and eventually, potentially, into a bowl game later on in the year.
Yeah, that's the one way to guarantee it. Some of it has 2 bowl tie-ins, but the one way to absolutely guarantee yourself one of them is to win the conference championship. And, you mentioned the bowls. It's also important to note another reason we hope folks will just come down here and join us Saturday afternoon is we've got representatives from the GoDaddy.com Bowl and the New Orleans Bowl, both going to be in Jonesboro for the game on Saturday. And obviously, the primary thing they're looking for is to see what the support is like, because when you're these bowls trying to pick who your bids are going to, obviously the number one factor is the ability to sell tickets. And so if they come up here and aren't left with the impression that we can sell tickets at home, then I'm not sure they're going to have a lot of confidence that we can sell tickets either in Mobile or New Orleans. So that's another big reason that we need a big loud crowd here on Saturday.
Sure, and it's a big enough moment to come out and experience it. First place is on the line, and if Arkansas State can pull it out, they've got the upper hand and come away with that Sun Belt Conference Championship this year. So it's going to be very, very exciting to see how it all turns out here in the next few weeks. And Brad, we're winding down the fall sports, and I understand the volleyball team's in a good way so far as well.
Yeah, they've wrapped up. Justin Ingram is our volleyball coach. He's in his 3rd season here, and we've already wrapped up a share of the West Division in the Sun Belt Conference for the 3rd straight year. So he's got his 3rd division championship in 3 years. And they've got a couple of road games this weekend in Louisiana that if they win one of them, we win the division outright, and we'll head into the Sun Belt Conference tournament. So they've had a real good year. Soccer team made it to the Sun Belt Conference tournament for only the 2nd time in the history of the program. So they had a real nice season and are building on some momentum there. And And then some other sports just got underway. Our bowling team is ranked 6th in the country to start the season. And then we're playing a little basketball as well. The regular season for the men and the women opens up Friday for the men. They're at Lamar, and then Sunday the women are on the road over in Charlotte.
All right, so the volleyball team.
I don't know if you heard in the background, but there's howling all over the place. So see, everybody's fired up.
All right. And it looks like the volleyball team's looking good as well, and we're looking into the winter sports, the men's and women's basketball teams, probably finishing up their exhibition games and heading into the season in here in a short time.
Yeah, like I said, they both open up this weekend, and the men were picked to win the West Division in the coaches poll, and the women were picked to finish second in the West, and so high hopes on both of those teams going into the season. Now, overall, I mean, it's just it's a lot of fun down here. Everybody's having success, and fans are so excited. It's really just a lot of fun to be down here around this A-State program right now.
Sure, and it's good to see everyone going after the conference titles, and we'll be looking forward to seeing how it all turns out. And Brad, as always, it's good to have you on, and go Red Wolves.
Go Red Wolves, and again, there's plenty of room for you folks, even up through southeast Missouri. We don't care what side of the border you come from. You can be a Red Wolf in southeast Missouri, and we certainly got room for you here to come be a part of something magical that's going on down here at the stadium, and hope to see a whole lot of folks down here Saturday afternoon.
All right, we'll be looking forward to that game, and like I said, go Red Wolves, and we'll be talking to you down the line, Brad.
All right, thanks, Tyler.